Hello, hello. We're out, check out this head. It's insane amount of flies out here. So we're out making trail tonight. We're down by a beaver lodge, which is why these flies are breeding just so crazy down here right now. You hear this thing sounds like a machine gun. Anyways, I'm breaking trail right here. I just wanted to do that to show just how many bloody flies are out here tonight. But that's not going to do anything to help me. That's why I dress up with all the layers. Now, in a second here, if my video lasts long enough, you guys are going to see this trail open up. I'm just coming to, I think, the end of this stretch where there's a bunch of alders. And I'll take a little tour around this spot in a minute. With stuff like this is where bush cutters are really good and effective. It's flexible wood, so when you go to use an axe against it, this stuff wobbles a lot. It's a little bit dangerous that way. It also slices right through sometimes very easily with the axe, and it's weird angles you got to get in to try to cut these branches. So you're better off using bush cutters, and then when I come to something really large like a log in my way, then I'll grab maybe the bow saw or the axe and cut it out of our way. So this is great. This looks like it's going to open up down here for the machine. You're sitting there on the three-wheeler at the moment. So this is coming down the trail. Just a little bit further here. We've got to get over these sticks that are right there in our way. And then it looks like this road's going to open up. This is an old logging road that goes down to the river. And it hasn't been, anybody's not been on it for a good 10 years, I would say. So it hasn't been maintained. Originally would have been put in here again to do some logging. That seems to be the only time anything gets done in these woods, but I decided to come back tonight and spend a couple hours and try to reclaim the road before it gets too overgrown. Because once your stumps get so big that you can't take them with bush cutters, it really sucks trying to clear your road again. So out here, for anybody who's watching who hasn't seen one of these, it might be from a different country, that there is a beaver lodge sitting right out in a very stagnant pond. They flooded this entire area for themselves. And you can see right here, this is actually part of the dam. It's built up above the height of the road in this spot. We almost lost the road right there. I thought it was going to end because of the flooding and the way the dam went, but it looks like we can eke through and continue on. And I'm just going to come back this way. I noticed this was interesting. I threw a couple logs down here just because it got really wet, but this looks like some sort of a sluice where their dam, maybe if it was too high, the water level right there, water would flow down through this ditch and then into the other side of the road over here that they're also looking to flood. And so quite an operation that the beavers have down here this year. Really interesting to see how they build the water up all in these areas. And here's a look at what we cleared tonight. Anyways, it's been awful down here, but that goes for several hundred feet out that way to meet a logging road, and then comes out this way. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this road, and I'll do a follow-up video sometime down here as we come to the river and make our trail come through. And like we'll drive maybe the whole section. And I'll also try to get into a beaver lodge sometime this summer and do a video for that for you guys, because I know where there's one where they had knocked out the dam. The beavers have long since abandoned it, and you can actually see the hole that used to be underwater where they would come and go out of their lodge. So it's kind of interesting thing to see. We'll get over and see that later this year. Awesome, we're going back to it. These flies are wretched.